As I got back up from the fall, I realized my hands looked different. They were now transparent, like the glass I had just broken through. I felt sick, like I was on the verge of throwing up. My wife looked terrified as I glanced over at her. Something was off. She didn't look at me in a malevolent way, but in a concerned way. As the fading began to spread to the rest of my body, I got up and slowly walked over to her. In my aching pain, I glanced at her with caution. Her look did not fade, even though I was. As my body creeped up to the gate, I looked at my wife just inches away from me. She opened her mouth to say something. "Why did you go into the void?" she yelled. "What are you talking about? I was trying to get away from you," I said. "Oh no, you're going to die. Again," she said. My eyes became wide. "What do you mean, again?" I asked. With her shaky hand she grabbed hold of mine. She took me past the gravestones and pointed to something in the distance. Through the fog, a small building could be seen just barely poking into my field of view. It was an old concrete mausoleum with fresh vines growing across its outer walls. There was a set of curved double doors that led inside. We walked up to it and began to open the door. It creaked like a worn cabinet. As I peeked through the door frame, I could see one singular coffin. It was my wife's coffin. As I continued to pan my eyes across the room, I noticed something else. There was another coffin, right next to hers. This one I didn't recognize. It all became clear to me when I saw what my wife was pointing to. On a shelf, over the two coffins, was a picture of me and her. As I began to feel the last bit of life drained from me, I realized something. That estate wasn't my home anymore. This was.